All right, guys, today we're in a 2014 Hyundai Sonata. The AC is only blowing hot air, and I've found the problem. The cooling fan in the engine has stopped running. So before you change your AC compressor, make sure you check that your cooling fan that's in front of the radiator is working, that cools down the engine. That will stop your AC from blowing cold air. So when you come to the front of your Hyundai, you come to the front of it right underneath the intake. This is the intake right here in the front. Look down to see if your engine fan is running on the inside. This one is clearly not. So either your car is overheating or your AC is not blowing cold air. And we're going to figure out what the problem is. So we are going to remove the intake with a 10mm with the extendo. Counterclockwise. Very simple. After you remove both screws for the intake, 1 and 2, grab the intake and slowly lift it up and pull it out. And now you can see the fan way more clearer, right? All right, before we do anything else, we're gonna use these to test the fan to make sure the fan itself is working. These are from Walmart. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Okay, so when you turn your car key on, not all the way on to where you crank the car up, this fan should be spinning, but it's not, right? So we're gonna test this fan. These are the testing leads I showed you guys before, positive to positive, negative to negative, right? Now watch this. We're gonna test to see if the fan itself is working. Make sure you always wear gloves. This is electricity, you could get shocked. To test this, you're going to need to unplug the fan itself from the control module, right? You just press it down and pull it out, and that's going to be available to you. Okay, so we got the positive hooked up, right? Like I said, these are just to test the wires, well, to test the fan to make sure the fan is working. Now I'm going to hook up the negative, and we should hear the fan come on if the fan is still operational. You guys hear that? Or could you even see it? The fan is now spinning, so that means the fan is totally working. So now that we know that the fan is working, we know that we have a power problem from this plug right here going into this box right here, which is the control module, and that's what you're going to need to replace, especially when your car is not overheating. If your car is overheating, you're going to need a sensor for the engine, which is back here somewhere. But today in my case, I just need to replace this control module right here. So this is the control module that I just purchased. It's not brand new, it's used. That's the part number, but you could buy it new. I think it's like $165 or something like this. I got this for 50 bucks. Just make sure you trust the places that you get it from. So before you could remove this damaged control module, you're going to need to detach all 3 of these plugs. It might seem a little hard at first. I just pre-did it so you guys can see the example that I'm making. Push everything to the side. So to remove the control module, after we disconnected all the wires, we're going to use a 10mm, right? Work it. Simple. It's not even hard to like come off at all. Like the screws aren't really tight or anything. After removing my first screw, I realized it's actually easier to not use the extension because this is a tight space that we're working with. And just like that, we have the old control module that's not working. It comes with 2 screws. Make sure you guys keep a track of your screws because you may not get screws with the other one that you do get. So just be careful. Let's compare the two. They're actually the same thing, just to make sure before you actually put it in and wonder why it doesn't work. This is the new one. We're gonna put it in exactly how we took the old one out. It's just 2 screws, like I said. Gonna put this in here and make sure it's just flushed, and it's flushed just exactly like the other one. Make sure you have 1 socket pointing down and 2 on the sides for this model, the 2014 Hyundai Sonata. Yeah, we're just gonna put the screws in. Okay, so we got the new one back in. What we're gonna do is reconnect our wires. Pretty simple. They're easier to put back on than taking off. They're gonna snap on. Boom. Also, I forgot to say something in the beginning. Make sure you disconnect the negative side of your battery, because you don't want it to mess up your computer in the car or anything like that, okay?